Hello, I am back again. Well, this is weird because it's Monday and I'm going to try and post something. I sounded very robotic then, didn't I? I am going to try and post something. I got a comment yesterday on my video and it made me think, so I'm going to try something a little different. We're going to choose a deck, and then we're going to do a shuffle, and we're going to do a 1-card reading on here just to see, you know, what happens, whether it works, whether it doesn't. Also, worst thing can happen, I get tongue-tied and I turn off the camera and never post. I might post even if I get tongue-tied and turn off the camera and have a panic attack off camera. I'll still come back. So I already picked the deck because I thought I would go with one that I'm comfortable with, one that I've used a bit. So we are going to go with the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I love this deck. It's one of those really nice, easy decks to use. And it's a yellow deck, so I like yellow. I did say that yesterday, didn't I? But we just leave the cards that decide to jump out and we'll go through them in a minute. So it might turn into more than a 1-card reading because, you know, all depends on how many decide to jump out. See? Catch. Why don't we just say we'll do 3 and we'll see what they say. Because I haven't used this deck in a while, so it probably does have some little meanings or little messages for me that it wants me to figure out. Let's go back. I don't like it when they do that. It just means that I've shuffled really weird. Like, I know when I've got to stop, and I also know when the cards are talking, kind of. It's weird talking to someone, or talking to someone. There's no one on the other side of this camera. It's just me and a camera, and then you watching in your house, car, on, I don't know. We'll stick with those. So, first card to jump out was Comfort. Archangel Azrael, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So for me, comfort, when it come out for me, I think the universe is trying to remind me that it is okay to find comfort in the things that actually bring you peace and help you. Like, so often we push away the things that make us happy and make us feel safe because we feel like we shouldn't have them. Which, I mean, there are things in our lives that bring us comfort. They're there for a reason. They're there to help us when we are stressed and overwhelmed. That one comes to me because, well, that one comes out today because I'm being reminded that I need to remember that it is okay to take the time to not be okay, to look after myself, to put myself first every once in a while, and to actually say that I need some comfort either from things in my life or people in my life. Like, that's a very important thing. Second card that jumped out was Take Back Your Power. Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. This isn't the first card. This isn't the first time this year that this card's come out at me. It comes out quite often because I have a habit of letting other people dictate what I do or decide what I do. Like, I find it hard to say no. I find it hard to not help people when they need or seem to need help. I keep getting told this when I go and get, like, at Psychic Expos, I go and get readings done, or I go and get an angel drawing done. I always get told that I have this habit of, or this trait of helping people even if they don't necessarily want help. Like, I have to learn that sometimes just because somebody needs help, you can't necessarily help them, because if you help them all the time, they don't learn how to fix their own problems. And that's really hard for me, not to help people. But I'm also starting to learn that every time I help people that don't necessarily need, or I don't want to say deserve, but I feel like that's a really good word for certain situations, is people don't deserve the effort that you're about to put in. So I think I have forgotten that when I exert energy onto certain people in certain situations, I'm also giving them a lot of power in my life. And it's time that I shift how I'm thinking and what I'm doing in regards to those people, those situations, and I have to decide and actually stand up for myself and say, no, you know what, I sort of have to put my foot down here, and I'm no longer going to let you control what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and where I want to go in my life. That's really hard to do, and that's why you need to make sure that you have comfort items that, because this taking back your power is a hard thing to do. So you do actually have to have some things that keep you feeling safe in your life. Third card, prioritize. So I'm gonna laugh at that. Archangel Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. I have had such a bad problem with procrastination of lately. I have. It's just, I have like 6 different things that I want to be doing. So I wanted to start writing stories. I wanted to start writing meditations. I wanted to create an oracle deck for almost 3 years now. I still haven't done any of it. I did rearrange. I did one thing today. I rearranged my sanctuary, office, I don't know what you call this, spare room, my space. I organized this. So this is one thing I did today. But this card comes and it pretty much demands, and it come out of the deck and it landed face up. So it was like, pay attention. It's time to stop with the procrastination and get your head out of the sand, really. Because that is kind of what I think I've been doing, is I've been like hiding in my comfort zones. So I've been hiding away in my little safe, comforty zone, not really wanting to step outside of that. It's hard, like, it's scary. Especially because if you step outside your comfort zone, you do have to have at least a sense of power in yourself. And if you don't feel strong enough, you are going to find something else you can do. It's just simple nature. Like, I don't feel ready to do that, but I could sit and watch an episode of Netflix, or I could sit and play a game. But none of that's going to actually move us forward into where we want to be. So this card, the prioritize card, comes out today because we do need to start moving forward. We need to, instead of just making a plan and going, oh yeah, no, I've got a plan, it'll happen. Plans don't happen unless you take action. That's what we've been lacking, or I know for a fact I have been lacking the motivation and the courage. Let's say courage. Courage is a good word. Courage is a good word. I've been lacking the courage to move forward because it is scary to move into the unknown. Thankfully, I have a very good support network around me that, even if they don't always understand what I want to do or what I'm saying, they've got my back. I know that if I fail, I have people that will catch me. And it's never truly a fail until you have stopped trying to do it again. Like, life is a journey of things going wrong, but we've never truly failed something unless we've stopped doing it altogether. Like, let's be honest here, like, I've rearranged my room multiple times. I'm happy with it this time, but I haven't been for like the last 3 or 4 times I've rearranged it. I didn't fail at it because I kept trying until I was happy, and now I'm happy, so I succeeded at it. Like building a Lego tower, like, or building a think back to when you were a kid and you were building like a tower out of blocks, like it would fall down. It wasn't necessarily a failure because you tried again. Like, as long as you keep trying, you never truly fail at anything. It's the fact that you have to pick yourself back up again. That's sometimes the hardest thing to do, and it's the thing that we don't want to do, because when something doesn't work out or you think you've made a mistake, picking yourself back up and saying, no, I get it. that didn't quite work out how I planned it, but I'm going to try again. That takes a lot of strength. And like, it's not physical strength, it's willpower, it's determination, it's your own energy deciding that no, you are strong enough to keep going, you are strong enough to move through this. There is something better just over the horizon, but to get there, it's going to take a lot of work, it's going to take a lot of determination and dedication and patience, but you will get there. You'll stumble, you'll learn to ask for help when you need it, but unless you decide to start moving forward, you're never going to get anywhere. That was a turn of tangent on prioritize. See, I really don't want to prioritize. I don't want to do the things that I have to do. I don't want to adult. I have to start to adult. That's pretty much what they're all telling me. Is I have to start to prioritize my life, push the negative, toxic things out, and make room for the positive things that are going to help me in my journey. It's time that I start putting myself first, and my health first, and my sanity first, before I can help everyone else in my life. Like, it's like when you're on an aeroplane. So if you've flown, you'll know. In case of emergency, you put your face mask on, your oxygen mask on, before you can help anyone else. It's really simple. You actually have to save yourself before you can save another human being. Like, why is it that is, for me personally, that is such a hard concept to grasp, that I have to take care of myself, I have to save myself before I can help anyone, because you can't really give a lot if you've got nothing left in the tank. So it is time to take back our power. Not going to be easy, not going to be simple. It's going to take work. It's going to take patience. It's going to take confidence and courage and strength, because guess what? You're actually going to have to speak up. You're actually going to have to voice your opinions and your thoughts and your feelings. You're going to have to learn to say no. How scary is that word? No. Like, just saying it is like, ooh, do I really have to say it to another human being? I don't want to say it to another human being. But we do have to learn the power of no. It is there for a reason. It's there to help us, really. It's there to help us take back our power. When somebody asks us to do something and that little niggling feeling in your stomach says, every part of you is saying, I don't want to, I don't have the energy, I don't have the desire today, you're allowed to say no at that point. You are allowed to say no. You do not have to go out and put a smile on your face and help everybody in the world. Right now, prioritize yourself. Prioritize what you're doing, how you're thinking, how you're feeling. Prioritize taking back your power. Prioritize finding comfort in your life. Prioritize you. Prioritize me. Well, I'm going to prioritize me. Don't you prioritize me. I am going to prioritize me. That's going to be an interesting little journey. We'll touch in on Sunday and we'll see whether I've said no to anyone. Let's just get one thing straight. I love my cards. I love everything like that. I love the messages I get from the universe. I am not perfect. I am still learning. I am still very stubborn. And I think the universe sometimes wants to hit me over the head with a stick to get me to pay attention and to do what I should be doing. That is why I think that doing this will be helpful, because I now am going to have to be held accountable by you guys, I guess. So, yeah, that is literally, that was easier than I thought it would be, talking through it instead of typing it out behind a computer screen, which is what I normally do. Like, still behind a screen, but like face, voice, all of that. The scarier parts of it, the things that hold me back from doing one-on-one readings with somebody, is the fact that I'm always scared of what I not only look like to the other person, but sound like to the other person. Like, that was a weird thing to discover when I started doing these, was what I sounded like on camera. Because I don't sound like that in my head, but I sound like that on here. So that was interesting. But before I go off on a completely different tangent, that is what was going to be a 1-card reading turned into a 3-card reading, and sort of like a little exercise or challenge for us all to undertake for the rest of our lives. But let's start with like the next week. Like, we'll check in on Sunday, we'll see if we've said no to anything, and then we can go from there. All right, I will see you on Sunday.